Welcome back to the Western Working Wife vlog. If you're new here, my name is Tia, and I'm here to show you my life hacks I utilize to shuffle shenanigans every week while I run a successful real estate business, remain a competitive barrel racer, and practice the art of homemaking for my growing family. I am not your typical social media influencer. I don't want to influence you at all, actually. I simply want to provide you inspiration in your daily life and show you that you can do it all and not lose your identity. You do not have to choose between having a career, chasing dreams, and being a homemaker. Hey y'all, it was a productive week around here. I got some wedding planning done, I got my hair done, closed on this beautiful home in Weatherford, Texas. I also received some really awesome gifts from my wedding registry on Amazon. The Texas weather decided to be a little bit bipolar this week, and it was very cold out, so I went ahead and bundled up so I could go outside and tend to the horses. Now, I was born in Idaho and raised in Wyoming, so I know a thing or two about bundling up for cold weather. Finding the right number of layers is key. This week I am getting the horses ready so they can go compete and run barrels in Stephenville next week. So we had to get the chiropractor out and get everybody adjusted. Streak is a total clown. He loves to play and put things in his mouth. He's so silly and everybody loves him. I asked my dog what she was doing, and my watch responded with this. I started my sourdough starter 10 days ago, and I had a goal in mind of making sure it would be ready today to bake with. This is the float test to test my sourdough starter, and it passed. So I decided to start with a beginner sourdough recipe from Farmhouse on Boone, Lisa Bass, and this was my very first time making a loaf of sourdough. So this step here is called stretching and folding, and if you've never done it before, it's kind of confusing because you don't really know if you're doing it correctly or if your dough is the consistency that it's supposed to be. You're just kind of winging it if it's your first time. So I did about 4 rounds of this stretching and folding, about 30 minutes apart. You just basically stretch it and fold it over from a few different angles. This is what it looked like prior to it rising. And I let it rise for about 6 hours. And then I peeled it out of the bowl. It is super sticky, and I tried to show what it kind of looked like, as it was a little difficult to get out. It kind of sticks to the bowl a bit, and you just kind of like scrape it out into some flour on the counter. I will be linking the recipe that I followed in the description of this video so you can read it, follow it, and understand all of these different steps and why they are important. I would try to explain it to you, but since this is my very first sourdough bread, I don't want to butcher it. So basically that is my loaf, and now I'm putting it in a plastic bag, tying it shut, and going to put it in the fridge overnight so it can rise overnight in the fridge. There are also really good recipes to follow where you don't have to do this overnight. I just picked one that was beginner friendly and rolled with it. And Lisa says that it is easier to score it if you pull it right out of the fridge and immediately score your bread. So that is the next step that I'm about to do now. Scoring the bread is definitely something that takes some practice, and I'm pretty sure that I cut this a little too deep, but that's okay. We'll do it differently next time. It was very nerve-wracking because I am not an artist at all, and so this part was very meticulous, and I was not really sure if I was doing it right or how it was going to turn out, so I was very impressed with what it actually turned out like. So right here you're going to see me pull a preheated Dutch oven out of my oven. I preheated this Dutch oven for an hour at 500 degrees. And you'll see me place my sourdough on the parchment paper inside of the Dutch oven. And then I put it back in the oven and I turn it down to, I think it was 475. Alright everyone, I am so excited. I have officially baked my very first sourdough ever. And it feels amazing that I started this thing from scratch, like my own starter from scratch. That's so cool. There was a lot of doubt. There's a lot of questioning if I was doing anything right. Every step of the way, I was not sure if I was doing this correctly. I followed Lisa Bass, Farmhouse on Boone's, beginner sourdough recipe, and it turned out so good. So check it out. Boom! I could definitely use some work on the scoring and all that of the bread, but it turned out so good. I am so excited about how this turned out. It ended up being just the right texture, and it tasted so good. There you can see the spring in this loaf. It was fantastic. After I was done baking my loaf of sourdough bread, I decided to go turn the horses out. Today was a much warmer day, and they absolutely love getting turned out and playing in the front field. Each one of my horses has a fun and unique personality, and Streak is a total goober, and he is just my big puppy dog. I've never seen so much freaking drama from a horse before, okay? This guy is terrified of this girl. Terrified of her. To the point that I was trying to get him out of the pasture, and she was loose in the pasture. He took off running away from me, pulled the rope right out of my hand, gave me rope burn and everything. Because he's scared of her. Now, I'm trying to walk him past her in the alleyway right here. And he is freaking just sidestepping away from her and stuff. Like, I don't know what she's done to him. But apparently it's bad. Because he wants nothing to do with her. Doesn't want to be anywhere near her. If I try to walk him around her right now, he literally just sidesteps and acts like he is terrified. Like, what the heck? Try to video this so you can see it without, if I don't get pummeled, but look at him. He is scared to death right now. because she's standing there. That's it. Like, if we just try to walk, like, he's just, I don't get it. It's been like this with them ever since I sold Moon, though. Like, it has been like that. I remember when the horse communicator lady talked to him, I remember her saying that Birdie's not nice to him. I don't know, she's like verbally abusive or what. They don't live together. Like, I don't know what it is. She's just over there like hussying, like putting her tail up, like wanting some male attention. And I'm like, maybe that scares him. I don't know. He's a gelding, so I don't know. It's drama though. He's gonna have to get over it because he's really rude to me and doesn't respect my space because he's trying to get away from her. He's 13, y'all. Freaking 13. Scared of a 5-year-old.
It is truly never a dull moment around here, y'all. It's just never a dull moment. The whole reason Birdie had to be the last one to get put away is so her leg could get doctored. Stay tuned for next week's shenanigans. We'll talk to y'all soon.